Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Dreamy Pisces coming to you with a very special video message. So I turned 36 years old yesterday, which was March 20th. 36 years old. It's like I'm 36 years old. I mean, that's so mind-blowing to me. But 36 years old, celebrated my birthday on yesterday, and today is a birthday commemoration video. It's also a breakthrough and a recap from one of my past videos that I did about the confessions of a self-sabotager. So if you watched that video and you kind of understood what I was talking about, this is a continuation of that video, but explaining a breakthrough that took place in my life. And I know people always want to hear about breakthroughs, and the good thing about sharing breakthroughs is that when something works for me, if I tell you about it, you could try it and it might work for you too, or it might not work for you, but we're going to say that it very well could work for you, because we got to remain positive. So anyway, happy birthday to me, 36 years. Ooh, thank you. Woo! I was like, I survived. Like, I got up yesterday morning, and I went in the backyard at 5:30 in the morning. I was looking up at the sky, and I said, man, I survived. Because just not too long ago, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks ago, I was battling, depression and crazy thoughts in my head, and, contemplating life and all of this stuff that happens when you're bound. When you're bound, these things haunt you, and, these feelings and depression and whatever your issue is. Mine is like depression and anxiety. So let me just hop right into the self-sabotage, just to give you some background. If you don't want to watch the video, you don't have to, but if you do watch it, you'll kind of be able to understand what I'm saying a little bit better and be able to follow the journey, that I'm on. So in that video, I was just basically explaining that every time I'm on a good path in my life, I'm moving forward, progressing, I appear to be doing good, I'm being positive, I'm able to motivate others to be positive, the flowers are growing, I feel sunshine in my heart and all of that stuff. And then all of a sudden the voice comes in, they'll be like, you can't do anything right, you're not lovable, all of these negative things that you could think of, that the voice in your head, this tape recorder that replays over and over in your mind, it happens, and then all of a sudden you stop. Whatever it was that you were trying to do now, it doesn't make sense anymore since that voice started coming in. And the problem is, a lot of times when that negative voice comes in, we don't do anything to stop it, because we've been dealing and battling with these things, our issues, for so many years, that now it's become more of it's almost, I'm not even going to say it's a comfort, because negative thoughts are not a comfort to you, but because you're just so used to them, you're weakened by them, so you don't even fight. I don't even fight. I wasn't fighting. So this voice was saying, that I was just all of these terrible things, and talking about my past, and I'm not lovable, I'll never get married, I'll never, do this and do that. And then it would, say other things like, that I'm selfish, and point out some attributes about myself, which very well are true, because I have been selfish in the past. I can admit that. But instead of learning from it, all of that tape recorded message makes you feel like you're a piece of garbage at the end of the day, if you're not strong enough to fight against it in that moment. So you end up being a self-sabotager. If you're doing good, the voice tells you you're no good, and then you fall back. You say, I can't do this, I'm not strong enough, I just can't do it, I'm scared, I'm afraid, I'm full of fear. So you don't do it. Whatever it is that you're on, whether it's business, whether you're in a loving relationship with someone that cares about you and respects you, but you pull away from them because I can't do this, I can't commit, I'm scared, I'm gonna get hurt, somebody hurt me before, that message is in my mind, I remember what happened, I don't want to be humiliated, and all types of things that pop up. anything. You could be working on your craft, like your business, or a musician or an artist, and that voice will start speaking to you, and then you'll be like, nope, I'm a terrible artist. They're better than me. Oh, I can't sing that well. You know, you start telling yourself these things, and then you fall back into a negative pattern of I can't do it, and you slump down, and you make yourself smaller, and, you know, I'm not good enough, and, you know, and I do that. I've done that. So I've been on a journey. This whole, my whole page, I literally started my page years ago, as I started embarking upon a spiritual journey of freeing myself from my past pain and programming, lies that have been told and taught and pushed, and religion. And, you know, I have thought about every aspect, from money to religion to the food to the water to the air to the earth to the soul to Satan to the Most High to, you know, Jesus to Buddha to the Moors to Kemet to Africa to, you know, I mean, the first human beings, dinosaurs. I need to look into dinosaurs, reptilians, Anunnaki, Planet X, Freemasonry. You know, even tap into, it's just, we get so much knowledge when you're on this truth journey. I'm just trying to paint you a picture. Lumeria, you know, zodiac and astrology and tarot and, you know, demonic spirits, angels, ancestors. Man, you just dig deep and deep and deep, because it's a whole lifetime existence, universal plethora of information to take in. And when you're on your spiritual journey, you're just eating it up, eating it up, eating it up. And then it starts to make you question all this other stuff that you've been taught, you know? So this whole channel has been about me digging deep into myself, into my mind, into my heart, into my soul, into my body, into life and love and hate, you know, all types of stuff. So I've taken you all the way up to this point. I'm getting ready to go into I am in my 3rd year of my journey. It'll be 3 years on. I feel like I woke up on May 18th, 2013, and now we're in March 2016, and I'm at a good place right now. And I want to talk about my breakthrough. I'm sorry it took me so long to get here, but after going through all of that, after looking at all of my relationships, broken relationships, and, you know, lustful relationships, or growth and development in different areas of life and everything, spirituality, physicality, it took me back to, why do I do all the things that I do? Like, what has created this person that I am that I sometimes don't even like? You know, I don't know if you ever look in the mirror and just sometimes don't like yourself and be like, you know, you got to be the biggest idiot on this earth. I've done that. So why am I the way that I am? In my last self-sabotage video, I said, universe, which may seem corny. I don't care. Universe, I'm crying out. I just want you to tell me, what am I supposed to do? You know, why am I here? I can't remember exactly what I said, but I just cried out saying, help me. You know, I need help. So I've been on that journey getting that help, and it led me back. All of it led me back to my foundational core, which is my parents. I have forgiven people already. I have renounced, is that the word I'm looking for? And I'm speaking about things that I've done in preparation to get me to this point. I have forgiven people. I've forgiven myself. You know, I have within me broken soul ties from sexual, you know, experiences that I've had with people. We carry this stuff around, this energy, when we lay with a person, you know, and I carried things around from my past. So I've renounced to get it out of my body. I no longer need it. I forgive myself for how I have treated myself, you know, speaking positive thoughts, etc., etc. But all of that is all well and good. But it took me all the way back to my foundation, where I came from, who first taught me about love, who first taught me about self-worth and the world. Who were my first teachers? They were my parents. Then I started thinking about the tape recorder in my head. A lot of that stuff came from them. A lot of that stuff, that replaying of... All right, so let me go ahead and give it to you. With the help of a very special friend, very special dear friend who has helped me on my journey a lot to grow into the woman that I have turned into. Terry, you are a wonderful, wonderful, amazing man. You have helped me so much. He's been assisting me with digging into myself and, you know, finding out things and uncovering things, pulling the carpet up off of stuff that I've been holding on to for a long time. So he's kind of been coaxing me to be brave and to be courageous, and that took me back to my folks. So I decided to write them a letter. Excuse me. And I was going to have to confront them about things that they've done to me that happened a long time ago. Yeah, I'm 36, but I'll be honest, I've carried around stuff with me from a long time that I just never opened up about, you know. And a lot of people that communicate freely, they don't have this issue, because when they have an issue, they spit it out right there. But if you're like an introvert type, you hold on to stuff because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. You don't want to be looked at as being crazy. And also, we have a habit of just accepting things and holding on to them and saying, I accept this now. This is a part of me, and making it a part of who we are instead of letting it go. When pain and hurt comes, we don't do that. We hold on to it. Instead, we're programmed to do that. We were not taught to let our pain go or how to let our pain go. Or we're taught how to do it in a way that really you don't let your pain go for real. But I'm not even going to get into all of that. That's a whole nother thing. But wrote my parents a letter. Excuse my voice, I'm under, it's allergies and stuff. And it's got my voice raspy. But I wrote them a letter, set them both down. I laid my foundation, and I explained to them that I was going to tell them some things that hurt me a long time ago that they did. And I said, whether it was consciously or unconsciously done or created or not even done towards me as parents, I just want to release these situations. I want to tell you how I feel. I feel the only way that the spell will be broken is if I verbalize it to them, to you. As I was speaking to them, I said that. So, you know, and I was like, I'm doing this for my own personal release. It's not to say that you were horrible parents, because you did the best that you could. And I also let them know the generational curses, because the generational curses from their parents affected them. They brought all of that with them to me as they were trying to find themselves and live in this world. Sleepers. When we're sleepers, we don't do self-reflection and self-evaluation. So sleepers got together, they had a baby, brought me into this sleeper matrix. I was a sleeper, and then one day when I woke up in 2013, I was like, hold the freak up, something is wrong. So anyway, that's how it brought me back to writing this letter. Mom and Dad, I love you. Thank you for providing for me shelter, clothes, food, good times, fun, all that. But you didn't do this. You didn't do that. And I feel that if you had have done this, and I feel that if you had have done that, who knows where I would be today if I had been under the different type of leadership. But I still love you. I forgive you. And do you also forgive me for any times that I may have embarrassed you or put you in debt or hurt you with my words, etc.? Yes, they forgive me. I forgive them. I release them back to the Most High. Every tie, every chain, every linkage that has to do with a generational curse of mental, of physical, of spiritual, of anything, low self-esteem, any dirty looks that have affected me that I was unable to let go. Most High, take it. I'm done. I release my parents. I love them, protect them, be there for them, but I'm done. And I let them go. And when I said that, and I was scared, and I've always been scared to tell them how I feel, because one of my parents can be a little, what's the word I'm looking for? A little harsh, you know, a little harsh. And because I've experienced that harshness in the past, I was scared to express myself. I knew the other one was going to be okay, because They're always okay. But one in particular can be a little harsh. And but I conquered my fear. I expressed it. I put it out there. I opened up. I let them know, you know, I'm a woman now, even though, you know, I always be kind of looked at as a little girl, but I am definitely a woman, and I'm able to make mature decisions, and I'm going to be mature and bring this to you. You know, no more as a scared little girl. My nose is itching. So ever since that took place last week, I have felt so free and so light inside. I don't feel that heaviness. I don't feel worry. I don't feel that anxiety that was tormenting me. It felt like I always felt like I had something I had to be doing, and I always had this feeling in the back of my head that it was some sort of a disapproval of me. Like somebody's watching me all the time. They're looking at me like they're in disapproval, even when I won't do nothing wrong. It's all up here. So I had to wipe the tape recorder clean and request to creation that I am ready now. I've dropped the chains. Thank you for giving me the courage to drop the chains, but I'm ready now for what you have for me, whatever that is on this spiritual journey. And today I feel at peace, and that does not mean troubles are not going to come. I realize now that is the nature of the yin and yang existence that we live in, but I don't feel bound. I feel free just from talking and expressing and being transparent. The devil cannot use your past against you or your pain if you are transparent. But when we hide it under the rug, that's when the devil uses it against us, and the devil gets us in our mind when we are alone. And I say I can't do that no more. So I really, really hope that this is something that you might consider too, to free yourself from some stuff that's going on. Go to the person. If it's somebody hurt you, go to them and let me know. And thank you for watching this video. If you stayed with me all the way to the end, God bless you. Peace out. Peace, love. Peace and love. And I feel like I really can experience peace and love now that I've dropped my baggage. I'm not the bag lady anymore. Peace out.